Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Dark is yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. I've been putting it down for a long time. Respect my existence. I got another chop up for y'all, the one and only brother Ice Turner Sr. Yes, I'm very excited for that. He gonna bring his people in, then bring his family in. We're gonna have my family in, and we're gonna have a good time tonight. I am so excited to chop it up with this brother. I've been knowing this brother for a while. He been putting it down for a long time, all about the righteous and everything. And he always stand firm with that, and I'm in alignment with that. But you gonna get a little more, get to know him more. So what we gonna do before we get this going, I'm gonna hit you with the intro. It's going down. Chop it up. The one and only brother Ice Turner Sr. Be back after this intro. Welcome back. Welcome. Now, welcome to my channel again. The underrated dark is yours truly. The underrated, the number one grinder. Absalom, yo, thanks for coming last night and even this morning. Banging two parts. Yeah, we probably jump into that a little bit. Eyes love to talk, the one and only. Thanks for coming. I really much appreciate. Thanks for your support. And then right now, this I'm gonna do a chop up with the one and only brother Ice Turner Senior.
Blessings and peace to you, brother Underrated Darkness, to everyone in the chat.
Yes, thanks for coming. Thanks for taking out the time so I could chop it up with you.
Hey,
And I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Now we gonna we're gonna give it like a minute and a half to get more people in here, right?
okay, yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So, but after that, so we're gonna what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about the two parts that we did last night, and
Okay,
then so you could elaborate on that until and then after that we're gonna talk about you. Ask questions about you, and you ask questions about me. All right.
absolutely. Yeah, we had a discussion uh, yesterday evening about, the title about how women love, you know, men that are a bit squiggly, um, meaning
Mm-hmm.
that they support them more than they support, a man that's a little bit more upright
Mm-hmm.
and um, and within right standing. A lot of people don't understand with the word righteousness. I guess they have some type of I don't know, like uh, harmonic harp thing playing with
Mm-hmm.
righteousness, or something that's really impossible to
Mm-hmm.
obtain. But
Mm-hmm.
righteousness really means it's just standing upright,
Mm-hmm.
and in any given situation, and not really being swayed by the philosophy of the wind in society. And part of the win that, in the philosophy of society, is where, so they're making something that's wrong right, and that's actually okay. A man sleeping with another man, or a man um, sexually uh, attracted, physically attracted to another man, is sick. you know just as with, women on women. But I mean, I do have, you know um, you know lesbian friends, as well as I've have, gay people in my family. Not a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but you know,
Mm-hmm.
I see. For me, it's more so the person. Maybe I might not agree with your lifestyle, but as far as, the person, I still have love and respect for. But nonetheless, the lifestyle is not it's not what's basically supposed to be done. You know, not just from a biblical standpoint, but even from a scientific standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Okay.
Hmm.
But I understand what you're saying, but I take a different stance on. But I respect what you're saying.
Hmm.
Like that. So now this is it, yo. It's all about you. But like I say, for the chop up, this is how I do it. I'm gonna
Hmm.
ask questions and stuff you asking me, but also you can ask me questions. That's
All right.
chop up. All
Indeed,
right.
indeed, indeed.
So those, so whatever you want to ask questions about me, you can. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, um, is your what you originally from? If you don't want to ask, you don't have
Oh
to
no, no,
ask that.
I'm an open book. Comes to that. Originally, I'm from Philly, South Philly to be exact. So it's funny, like, when people ask you, like, as far as, like, when people say, people that live in Philly and are from Philly are going to tell you specific parts, because what you notice is, like, in each different part there's different jargons, there's different ways of doing things, just a different, it's like a different society,
Mm-hmm.
but it somehow meshes together. But definitely, I've lived in, the University City, and I lived, you know 46 in Walnut. like right in the trenches, as well as
Mm-hmm.
I've lived in the suburbs in South Jersey, as well as on the outskirts of Philadelphia. Currently, right now, I'm on the outskirts of Philadelphia,
Okay,
in
that's
the
cool.
suburban area.
It's so funny you talk about South Philly. I
Hmm.
know you. I know you heard of MFSB, right?
Yes.
They had a sound. They had a LP, I believe, Philadelphia Philly back in '75,
Hmm.
and they made a song of South Philadelphia, right? And
Hmm.
also they made another song of Ferry Street.
Hmm.
Now you ever? I know you heard of Ferry Street,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So Ferry Street is in South Philadelphia, right?
Yes.
Okay, now
Well,
huh?
it's borderline. I say South Philly, but it's like more so. It's like almost like it's basically pretty much in it. I would say it's almost like center city area, but it's like really like near the tourist section of South Philly. If that makes any sense.
Okay, yeah, but I'm just saying that the MFSB made a song of South Philly and also Ferry Street, and
Hmm.
both instrumental, and I always love the sound of it.
Hmm.
And then every time I think about it, I think about our people, I think about the culture, the
Hmm.
music culture of our people. That's what I was telling you offline that um um the sounds of Philadelphia.
Hmm.
That's one of my favorite genre of music
Absolutely.
because it reached me as a person. You know what
Awesome.
I'm saying? I'll talk about a lift for our people, of manhood, and also universal and stuff. That I feel to this day they don't get the credit they deserve, even the writers and the players and stuff like that. I can go way back. I can talk way back about Philadelphia. Well, I can go way
Absolutely.
back. I can do that, but it's about you.
Hmm. We
It's
can
gonna
talk
be
about
a,
that too, though, man. It's a very historical. I mean, just really
okay.
just
Okay, I might bring it up a little later on. Then we can elaborate on that. How
absolutely.
it impact you. Now, is your parents still living?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Great, 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 great. Do they live in Philadelphia or they moved?
Well, they live in Jersey,
Oh,
more like
Jersey. Okay.
yeah, more like the central line.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to New York, no doubt. Shout out to New York.
Oh yeah.
And okay. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have altogether. I have one sister and three brothers.
And you the oldest, right?
No, no, I'm the middle child.
Oh, you're the middle child. Now let me ask you a question before you continue. I know you said Ice Turner Senior.
Uh
Oh,
huh.
you're a senior. I'm asking.
Yeah, it's playing on things. 'Cause originally, I came in. Really, my nickname is Ice. Just that's just a neighborhood nickname.
Right.
I came onto YouTube and you know putting it's funny you said like I'm just gonna put just Ice,
Right.
but then playing on those words is like yeah that's perfect because you
Mm-hmm.
know just Ice means I'm just being myself. It's cold
Ah.
justice. What Ice is symbolic to
Uh,
is being solid, being
ah.
clear, being
Yeah. Yeah.
and being
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah. You Ice. Yeah, I ain't lying. This brother Ice, that he be putting it down to be like, oh, that he can get cold now. Hard
Yeah,
as a rock. Yeah, yeah. So Ice
indeed.
Turner. All right, I get you. So
Hmm.
what now? What about this? What now? The senior? What senior? You just put that there just to put it there?
Yeah,
The
because
senior.
I noticed I kind of had that Father Abraham effect on here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, that's that Farley. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm probably one of YouTube's. I should be Father of the Year on YouTube. Put it like that.
Okay, hey,
A
look,
lot.
look, look. You want that, you got it. I'm just grinding. I just grind. Fuck it. I don't give up. You know what I mean?
I
You
can
can,
dig
but
it.
Father of the Year, you got my vote. God damn, you
Respect.
you be putting it down, and and I appreciate you. I appreciate when I
Likewise.
got to know you in your presence. Yes, exactly. And this is just all number of love. Now, the what now? Tell now. I mean, do you went to school in Philadelphia? Because you did
Yes.
talk about Jersey. We're
Yes.
gonna get to Jersey in a few. Yeah. I said, well, how the schooling in Philadelphia? Did they have Black history and stuff like that? How it was when you
it was there, man, but it was like gladiator school, to be honest with you.
Oh,
it
oh.
was interesting. I mean, I decided to go to a public school. Um, then I went to a vocational
Mm-hmm.
school, so that and that was actually even worse.
Oh,
So
oh.
it's just like, but it definitely teaches you life. It definitely teaches you you know how, like, even if fear is not absent
Right.
in anyone. But
Mm-hmm.
what you really learn is to do things afraid until you're not afraid anymore. And it also teaches you how to set boundaries.
Right.
And so I mean, I definitely don't um take away from that. I learned a lot, um
Right.
definitely in my teenage years. And I was definitely blessed to actually have some mentors, which really saved my life, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Good, great. I forgot to read this and we're going to continue. Come
Hmm.
and real join conversation with the number one grinder. Us as the righteous ones individually, let's make a change
Hmm.
within ourselves
Hmm.
and genuine being there for each other.
Hmm.
We all we got.
Absolutely.
Remember that, y'all. We all we got. So what we gonna do, we gonna take this off,
Hmm.
and then we gonna put this on this ticket right here. So in case anybody that wants to donate, you
Hmm.
can. All right, now let me put this up here. Now we back in business in here. Do you went to college?
Yes, I went to college. I went to three different schools. And you start out, you go to community college, and um, then you transfer over. But I didn't go right directly, out of high school. Um, it took about 2 years. People kind of, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, mentioning it to me, and it was mentioned to me a lot. Um, and it's funny, during high school, I actually had this young lady that was my girlfriend. Was like my high school sweetheart. Um, she was the one. Her and her mother were trying to encourage me to go to college. And I was a bit of a knucklehead at that time. And I guess they seen the potential of things, and I didn't really, at the time, I just wasn't really in that particular headspace. But she went off to college. She went to college in DC. And
Mm-hmm.
I roamed around for a little bit. Then decided to give it the college try, no pun intended. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I went to you know Philadelphia Community College.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Drexel for a little bit, then transferred to Winnet Mercy.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's
Hmm.
up. Okay. Hey,
Hmm.
you graduate? Did you graduate?
No, believe it or not, I'm actually only 2 semesters away.
Oh, so you want to finish up then?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Um, I took the reason why I took off. It was it was a tragedy that took place. One of my close friends, he was murdered. And
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about
and
that. Oh man. Yeah.
indeed, man, yeah.
Yeah, take a break from there, you
Yeah, I
know.
took it. I took a break. One semester ended up being years later. So that's something that I'm going to tackle. I'm only two away. It's even though I'm not necessarily doing anything within that particular field. And as far as my ambition for that
Hmm.
is no longer there. But it's just I firmly believe in finishing what you start.
Yeah. Absalom, don't even worry about it. I don't care what you think about me. You know what I'm
What
saying?
happened?
No. I told you off the line. I told you off the line. It's about you. It's about you, bro.
Okay.
Now, do you like pets?
Yes, yes, I do like pets. I'm allergic to cats though,
Oh.
unfortunately. Cats are pretty interesting. I like cats. Dogs, yeah, I mean I think they're I like the little ones and the mid-sized ones. Um, Not really into pits. Although they're beautiful, I'm not really in the pits. I like Dobermans.
No, I don't.
I like Maltese. I like bulldogs. It's funny,
Nah,
but
I
they kind of
can't.
look similar to pit bulls, but they're not. Bulldogs are
Nah, I
very
can't. I can't. I can't deal with no dog. I'm
you can't
scared
do
of
no
dogs.
dogs.
No, I ain't dealing with no pets at all. No pets in this house. It's hard to take care of myself.
Mm,
All right, take care of no pet. I mean, a
mm,
pet. I know a pet has a big place in God's eyes.
yeah,
I get it. Yeah, I do,
hmm
but not me. No, I can't.
absolutely.
Can't.
And
Can't do it.
it's funny because I had took shahada a long time ago, and part of what's actually read in Islam, you can't really own pets. Yeah, but
Wow.
that's a long time ago when I took that. You know,
That's all right. That's all right. Now, after that, the college and stuff, you got married or
no, no, I've had a close encounter, um, but that necessarily didn't pan out. Um, it was just more so with me, I guess, having a reality check or reality set in. It's like, nah, I don't want to do this. Great girl. I
I
mean, we're
got.
friends to this day.
That's
Um,
good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
mm,
Mhm. That's very good, and I think that's very important that at least y'all can still be in cordial.
mm,
That's good. That's good. What's up, nephew? How you doing? Now I'll go to college and like this. Now I want to ask you I always want to ask you this before I continue. I had on my mind.
mm.
I noticed that you talk about. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I
Okay,
can
yeah,
still be corrected.
yeah.
Now I noticed that you talk about spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
the culture,
Yes.
and I like how you blend it in
Mm-hmm.
because it does connect.
Mm-hmm.
But I also noticed too
Mm-hmm.
of certain ways how you so I mean certain how you break it. You don't bring the social part.
Mm-hmm.
Now I understand why,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I want to explain to the people why you don't bring to the social aspect in it, but why it's so important to blend in the spiritual
Mm-hmm.
with the culture part
Well,
and the history with it, please.
oh yeah, no problem. Well, the spirituality and the culture, I always look at it as really like one and the same. Like everything is really within 6 degrees of separation. It's a fluidness. It's one thing. We get stuff. They get teachings that whereas though they teach you about you know the ancient texts, the word of God, um, but no one really shows you how to flow with it within the culture, in a sense. And what I mean by is like you know because it says that in scripture that you're basically the church, you're the temple of God. So how does a temple present itself? How does it represent itself? How does it flow? So it's given, you know what I do is give you an idea in its movements of how it functions. So whereas though you can be, so I'm basically showing you how to be of the world but not actually in the world, in a sense. And another way of putting it is whereas though you could be next to someone, okay, you kind of look alike, but it's just something about you just a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. It's a little bit, it's a little bit more distinguished. It's something you can't really figure out, but it
Mm-hmm.
makes you curious, so it draws you in.
Got you.
So,
Now along that line, right?
uh-huh.
I want you to explain to us. Explain to us. Let me explain the rest of the people now why it's so important. Because I noticed how you are very astute of our history, especially in the past.
Absolutely.
And I know that, and I like how you critiqued it because you some like me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta know the past to get to the present.
Absolutely.
And I want, and when I'm talking to you, when I first started listening to you, I've been listening to you for a minute now.
Mm-hmm. Respect.
I've,
Respect.
but it's that I can never really like get into it because I know that when you know a person that create righteousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And tell me if that's you or not. I know for me now. When a person create righteousness, you don't intervene with that. You get sometimes you just have to sit back and just observe.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's not all about a sermon, it's all about righteousness. I could tell that because I be like this, like
Mm-hmm.
that's why sometimes like maybe you say, the only way you can talk. Nah, I want to talk because I'm into because me and you right here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain individual focus that I'm only right now because that's what I'm at.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to intervene with that
Mm-hmm.
of your part because I want to absorb it. That's what
Okay.
you notice what I said on my channel. It's all about develop authentic listening. I
Absolutely.
want to know. I see. I want my authentic listening. Listen through the spirituality that
Mm-hmm.
you talk about, the culture that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm in tune with you coming from.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's why. That's one of the reasons that I received from you. If I'm right,
You're
let
right
me
on
know.
point. You're on
Okay,
point.
got you.
You're on point. It's something that you can't you can't be separated from, and something that um that you can't separate yourself from. It's really just you. It's just how well in tune are you. Just like even
Mm-hmm.
with righteousness, that I would say the better your stand, or the better your stand in the right, the better your discernment. It's like what I always talk about as far as knowing the truth, and another thing as far as walking in the truth and becoming the truth is that you can easily spot lies. Just because you can spot lies all the time, or you can spot certain things that just are not really in place
Mm-hmm.
at face value, doesn't necessarily mean you have to speak on it all the time. So it's like in its appointed time, you know, things should be spoken of. But that was something I learned early on. I was kind of like Yusuf or Joseph from the Bible. I would speak on things too early, then you get thrown in the well.
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Now, before we continue, who was your heroes that you coming up?
Um, a couple of my uncles,
Okay.
a
Good.
friend of the family,
Okay.
and my grandfather, I would say,
Mm.
and just really a couple of the older homies, you know, older
Mm.
friends, older constituents, coming up. They were really not only just planning my mind, but really challenging my mind,
Mm.
challenging, not necessarily me as a man, but my decision making processes, which help better reflect and project who I am as a man. That makes any sense?
Got you. Makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm glad you brought that up. Why is so important that we need male counsel? No, 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 no. I'm gonna say no, no. That's not male counsel. I don't want
Hmm.
to. I'm talking about why it's so important to have men counsel of our people.
Well,
Why it's so important for us to give it and especially to receive it. Please.
well, for one part, it helps you with accountability. It helps you to really look at, 1 plus 1 and see that it's actually 2. You know,
Mhm.
helps you to really look at your actions. Helps you to really look at yourself. Helps you to really look at what you're thinking about, what you're placing out there. You know, and it helps you remain, setting the bar. So it's not so much measuring up to the bar is you setting the bar. That's why it's helpful, because it's like, it's about you becoming, when they talk about a better version of yourself, we'll just look at it as like product, right? The better the product, better the quality of the product, the better, it produces a better lifestyle and culture and happiness around you. It's about the product, and it ups the people, in a sense. The better of a man that you become, right?
Mm-hmm.
It affects the quality of your surroundings, because it raises them up, you know, just like it raises up the women,
Yes.
you
And,
know.
and go and go more on that, please.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Guys that complain about women, it lets you know that right there they have a defeated mindset, defeated state of mind, because you're complaining about something that you should be, cultivating and raising up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not look for standards; it's becoming a standard. And the reason why I don't really complain about women, because I'm too busy, evolving. You know, and any woman that's getting into me is going to evolve with my conversation. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the physical aspect. They could just be, close to me in more than just one way, and it could be beneficial to you in more than just one way. It's just, the thing is, guys are too preoccupied with trying to come in a woman instead of showing her how to come up in herself to better assist you as you go up.
Let me read this. Says, honey, do you know Honey Soft Cookie?
Honey, soft cooking? No, what was she saying? I'm not even reading the chat right now, but
No, no, I read it. No,
yeah.
we're gonna keep it going. She said, take care, everybody. I'm out. Not coming here anymore. I see you on your channel, Brother Ice Turner, wherever you go live. Whatever that means. I don't know. Maybe it's your
Okay.
true.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. So we going
You attract
we
that
go.
though. You attract that. That's just one thing I've come
Yeah.
accustomed to, is, that's just really all one and the same. You gotta take the good with the bad. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. You know what it is, what it is. It means we did something right, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
We did something right. Now, this is just all right. That's how some people feels.
You're entitled to that.
You're
Being
tired of
entitled
that,
to how you feel doesn't
exactly.
necessarily mean it's right.
Right. You're shit tired. She came here and she put a like and she want to leave. Okay, no problem.
If
Hope you
it's
have a
somebody
good
I
life.
know, yeah. If it's somebody I know, then it's I don't know. I probably have to go when the playback. I'll get into the commentary and everything like that.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. That probably yeah. You right. You right. You right, Absalom. Probably her, but it's all right though. Troll's a troll. See, I was gonna say no. I'm not gonna say that. No, we gonna keep it
Yeah.
on.
I
We gonna
mean,
keep
but
it on.
on my end, I definitely welcome um the trolls. I welcome the uh the negativity as well, because I
Yeah.
can thrive in that, because when you look at a man, plus and minus, right? Look at a righteous man's plus and minus. You know,
Hmm.
if you're moving in the plus, you're going. It's the magnetic effect. So I'm doing something right if I'm attracting the negative.
Yeah.
That means I'm operating in my truest form, in my element.
Yeah, and at the same time, they're exposing themselves. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. It's fine with me. But let's just keep on going and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now all this happened, right? I noticed that in your own way,
Mm-hmm.
you do advocate us black men stick together
Yes,
in a righteous way.
absolutely.
Please explain that why.
Because it's imperative, for our, not only our survival but our prosperity. But I still put that bar, that standard you know, in front of you, as far as if you're going to come correct.
Mm-hmm.
It means come correct. No backdooring. Be a man. You want to talk about being a man. That's what being a man is being, it's part of being, masterly. It's part of being able. It's part of being noble. You know, being thorough. You know, being sturdy, being right and exact. It's coming as you are as a man, no crooked stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. Got
Now
you.
they look at
Good.
it. Maybe or some people might even think I might be against because I do a lot of correcting. Correction is necessary, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's it. All right. Now, also, I know on your channel,
Hmm.
you talk about masculinity
Hmm.
in a spiritual way.
Hmm.
Why it's so important that we got to stand up for that masculinity, not just in human form,
Hmm.
but in a spiritual form, in a cultural form. Please explain that, please, also.
Absolutely. Well, masculine. I mean, it begins in the spiritual aspect, right? Masculinity is spirituality.
Mhm.
You know, it's masculine. It's a masculine energy. You know, it's something that what is God? God is energy. God is light. God is masculine. You know, so you're really just the pipeline where it goes through you. You
Mhm.
know, why do you think society is the way it is? You know, does everything that's against masculinity. Why is it against the black man? Right? You could be everything in the world except for a man, except for a right standing man. You know, an upright guy. You know, you could be anything else but that. Why is that? You know, that means we're basically here, you know, on a call, as the salt and the light of the earth. You know, it's up to you to, recognize that. And that's the thing I try to bring awareness to is, being able to recognize, who you are. You know, when people do this whole mirror talk, right? I feel like they're not really getting into the mirror and really discussing what they actually see,
Uh huh.
you know.
That's
Part
good. Okay. No, go.
And that's a part of spirituality. It's really seeing, because if you look at the blood, right, the blood doesn't necessarily make your life better, and it can make it a little bit more challenging because the blood it calls you to constantly deal with yourself.
Mhm.
It's constantly, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And you got to have a healthy response. You have to develop a healthy response in dealing with what that correction is,
Right.
to better function in the culture.
Right. And also, I noticed that you play music
Yes.
that's very black.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say for me,
Hmm.
it's
Okay.
black authentic.
Yes, indeed.
That talks about our true blackness within ourselves. That deals with spiritual, emotional,
Hmm.
culture, and all that.
Hmm.
That's what I get.
Hmm. It's a good interpretation. Music, and believe it or not, it was just something that I grew up listening to music. I've been around um, musicians. I have musicians in my family. I have I have friends that are recording artists.
Mm-hmm.
Know of people, so it's just like music is really it's like it's really as a part of my life as the garments I wear. You know, so I really try to um create a vibe or show people the vibe and just have the mood. So the music. So it's kind of like I believe in even art as well.
Okay,
I
cool.
like to encompass everything together to give you the total picture. That's what the experience is. The ice turning experience essentially is supposed to do, because
Mm-hmm.
we don't really see things. We shouldn't see things in just one way. We should see the same thing in many different ways. And that's why I try to introduce. It gives it more color.
Got you. Now, you can ask me any question you want.
Absolutely. Now you said you're from New York, though, correct?
I'm
What
originally from New York. Yes, sir.
indeed? Which borough?
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
BK.
Okay. All right. All right. What part?
Well, I was born in the area named Prospect Heights,
Okay.
and then I was 10. I moved in the project named Atlantic Terminals,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like the beginning of Fort Greene part of Brooklyn. The beginning the section of
Oh.
Fort Greene Park. Now you know the Brooklyn. You know the Barclay Center.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Okay, I was not one third of my life. I was raised in that area, so
Okay.
I know I know it was dirt.
Wow.
So I see the growth of that. I see the politics in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
How do you
but yeah,
how do
but
you feel about it now versus then? I mean, it's a lot. A lot of, with those changes. There's some changes even in some of my old neighborhoods. The gentrification and
hmm
stuff like that. Like I kind of have
what
mixed. I have mixed feelings about that. But
yeah, I kind of had mixed feelings, but I take it as a cultural shock.
hmm
But what worse about it is that the landmarks of our
hmm
people is gone.
mm
The jobs for our
hmm
people is gone.
hmm
The business of our people is gone.
hmm
And the sculpture of our history that deals with our people is gone. So
hmm
to me, it's a cultural shock, and it not just happened in Brooklyn, it happened all around New York.
hmm
I love to talk. She originally from Brooklyn. She knows exactly what I'm talking about.
hmm
So when I come to Brooklyn, do I see do I see other things? Reminds me, yes, but the culture part,
hmm
you know, don't like it, because you
Yeah,
see boutiques. You don't see nothing that reflect back of our people. You don't see the benefit of our people. And I think that's the missing component of the conversation when we talk about stuff like that. They always say, we need to clean up because our people wasn't doing nothing and everything like that. That to me, that's you just saying that I really believe that if you want to build, you got to build with the people, and
absolutely,
the ones do not want to be aligned with that, they need to go.
absolutely.
I don't have a problem with that, but when you take people, and it goes anywhere, but I'm talking to New York, that have families, that had generations of somewhat wealth, not a lot that people, they say nationally, but I'm talking about local generation wealth, right? When you take that away, you're back to square zero.
hmm
So I don't want people to make it seem, oh, we ain't do nothing and everything. There's black people that have been fighting for jobs for years. And then also the sad thing about it, there are also some rappers, there are some black entertainers has not been helped.
Oh yeah, I already know.
And so, right, and so I'm angry over that too. And I seen it. And I talked about this. Matter of fact, back in 1990 when I was 24. Okay, and they were saying like they had a program, if you have $1, you could buy a certain land. That was a lie. It was a lot of stuff. Oh, you could probably do this. People was going to, meetings about, how could we, you know, and it was like, no. Yeah, so now I'm going back a little bit. I'm going back and forth. Now I'm going back a little bit. I actually seen was putting marks on that ground back in the late 70s.
Okay, so how was the politics? I would say change from obviously.
Politics always been politics, be a politics. They never been for our people. They up for the uppity people.
hmm
They play ball. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. They rather
Absolutely.
play with the devil team than the people. So that's why, like, you got a lot of them right now. Their pockets is full.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. What's going on, Mark Nash? Salute to you. So this is what I'm saying. When you had certain people, when you had certain people in the system, has appointing certain black brothers and sisters in politics,
hmm
When you giving them money, they letting you know, yo, you gotta do something for that money.
Absolutely.
You gotta forget about this culture.
Mm.
You gotta get on this side.
See, and that's the part where I'm trying to get, brothers to really kind of come together with that. Um, and you hear the story from generation to generation. Even the old timers that that were basically moving around and stuff like that, and they had money. What they decided to do with it versus what they could have done with it. They could have basically have, obviously you could have bought back your neighborhood. Um, the other part you could have formed together, come together with your other constituents and form super PACs
Right.
and deal with your local government. Okay, you donate to whoever, a judge or um, any local official, because then that grants you a meeting, a conversation to basically get things done. And that's really, as far as getting involved with your community should be. And it's the thing where I think where our people, sometimes we think that just voting is just enough. We did it. We did everything through voting or holding up a sign and yelling in the middle of, downtown or whatever like that. It's a lot more to it. In order to change politics, you have to be in, what I'm saying, basically in the office to be changing things in those meetings, those town hall meetings, and also be, in those offices talking to them and telling them, okay, this is what, should be done.
Yeah, and I think the thing about that they probably make the misconception that it's our fault and everything. But when you don't, I tell people all the time, people like, oh, you need to go to these meetings. There's us was going to these meetings, but we was not being mentioned. We was not really part of they had this 40-year planned. Okay. I understand that. I mean, like 30 years. I mean, not 40, like 30 years. So they start making marks. Then you start seeing like certain people, oh, you cannot go down this certain street. You can't walk. So they was marking, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they were putting it to act, but they was trying to want to put it out there. You need to go to these meetings. And these people like force their opinion. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
why our businesses is being moved away? Why we got moved? Why our business got moved in the outskirts of Brooklyn? You know what I'm saying? Why you change it away? Like, in Brooklyn, there's projects.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the question is why New York City House Authority, you get money from the state, but it's not triggering out our people. So we can still, so in case of the ones that live in the projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least they have a shot, to have those also benefits.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you get them out, they bringing people in that
Mm-hmm.
actually could pay for it. So this is what I'm saying, that they never really had the benefit of our people to prosper.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we want to put it on the citizens or
Mm-hmm.
our people. Can't do that. The politicians play game.
Mm-hmm.
They had this in plan for ever since in the 70s. And so all along, so I could tell you this because I've seen people
Mm-hmm.
have been in these meetings.
Absolutely.
And so when people say they ain't doing nothing, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not what I see. And so, but it's not just happening in Brooklyn, but it's happening all over New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Golden Child, what's good? Salute to you, brother, as always. And
Mm-hmm. What's going on,
so,
brother?
so this is the thing that I will talk about it one day
Mm-hmm.
personally,
Mm-hmm.
and I probably want to have a panel of that because I think that's a misconception that is our fault that we didn't support.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. The politicians was already paid off ever since the 70s,
Yeah.
and I'm talking about practically the Democrat Party and even some um the Republican Party. They took the
Oh yeah.
money in. They took the money in to keep their mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
Long as they people take care, and this is what you see. And then I'm gonna see, and then also you see more homeless right now than ever. And so, and you tell them they cannot leave, but you spend all this money. So that's what I'm saying. Like these
Mm-hmm.
black politicians, these black entertainers, they ain't worth nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
They can give you a percentage, it doesn't mean, but when you know how it goes, when they give
Mm-hmm.
you a certain percentage, there is there's certain things you gotta do for them.
Absolutely.
So who get the backlash? Our culture, our people, our history.
Absolutely.
Trying and
Oh yeah.
and that's the conversation we don't want to have, but it's happening. It is.
Oh yeah. Needs to. I mean, it needs to be discussed. You know.
Okay, that's an excellent question. Thank you very much. I feel
Mm-hmm.
good. Now get back to you and everything. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you have nieces, so you have nieces and nephews, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. They're kind of like my. I would say kind of like my children, but they are in a lot of ways. I treat them like that. If anything.
You spoil them, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I have. They got me wrapped around the finger.
Got you like this, right?
Yeah.
Uncle,
Can't help it.
uncle, you cannot handle. No, you know that. I get you. Yo, why you getting something? It's my niece and nephew. What you expect?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right and
Mm-hmm.
everything. But now, are you willing to take questions?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. In 10 minutes, y'all, I'll let you know. Put your questions down in 10 minutes. I'm gonna let you know within 10 minutes. I'll let you know when to take the question. Hit the questions because I want to ask talk to people, ask talk to the brother and stuff like that. Now, who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist, as far as
Yes.
with music, or I mean, well, not obviously music. Duh. With like, I mean, what genre of music? Like, hip hop, R and B.
Any genre, any genre.
Um, my favorite hip hop artist, uh, would be Black Thought. You know, he's from,
Of course, yeah, of
yeah,
course. Yeah.
yeah. You
I
know,
like Black Thought too. Yeah.
oh yeah, from McKellen Street. When
Oh,
I was a kid, I used to when him and his band they used to actually perform like out on the block and stuff like that. So
really?
yeah, yeah. So it has some history there, and you know I've had some family members that um even before I even actually no it was actually after I really knew because I didn't even know who they were, but
Okay.
you know some families that were like you know A&Rs in the industry and you know they had mentioned them or brought them to my attention. You know, seeing you know, in videos stuff like years, I'm like, wow, between you know the Roots and also
Yeah.
Outkast. I like
Okay.
Andre 3000. That's one of my other uh, favorite artists. Journalists from back in the day. Non Brigade. Um, I mean, in hip hop, it pretty much varies. I mean, Big Daddy Kane. That had a major effect.
Okay.
Uh, love Big Daddy Kane, man. That was one of my favorite uh, rappers. To you know 500,000 and that's just in the I mean as far as currently who do I like I
Uh-huh.
mean I like some of the locals you know from my city I like Quilly Meek Mill Leaf Ward uh and then the history major figures you know with Gilly the Kid stuff like that
Okay.
as far as R&B I
You don't
I
like
do
Cassidy?
huh
You don't like Cassidy?
nah
Or
I
State
never
Property?
stay I like Beans like my it's funny it's a history with Beanie Siegel because like I know of him in passing, but like it's an interesting history because my sister had dated him. This is like before he was rapping and stuff like that. She had dated him, and both of my brothers had issues with him. Uh my oldest brother had fought him, and then my youngest brother, not my youngest brother, my the brother you know is actually older than me, but the you know the second oldest pretty much got into a little you know
Oh,
situation, you know. So I mean, I can give an account that you know Beanie Siegel he is who he says he is, you know.
okay.
But
Okay.
I like you know I like Petey and then Emilio Sparks is actually my cousin. Um,
Really?
yeah, yeah,
On what side of the family? Your mother's side or your father's
on
side?
my father's side.
Oh, really?
Mhm. Yeah,
Wow. I'm
yeah.
talking to a
So
celebrity.
yeah, you know, cool guy, man. Yeah, we see each other. It's funny. Like we used to see each other a lot. We run into certain areas and just kind of just had that like that little that laugh, like, man, what are you doing here? Kind of like, how you here? But like this, like the party spots, like we kind of just like everywhere. You know, that was a
Yeah,
time where
okay.
I was really like moving and shaking, like for real.
Oh, okay. So is he your second cousin or first cousin?
No, it's like my fourth.
Okay.
Hmm.
Got but still blood though.
Absolutely.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Hmm.
Hey, nothing wrong. Yo, we talking to someone celebrity here. All right.
Uh,
Nice messing with you. That's
I
good.
know.
Now, okay, go ahead with the music. Well, some other artists, certain,
Okay.
genuine.
Oh, R&B. I like Raheem Devon. I like Vivian Green.
Mm,
I know her. Um, we'll
mm.
just leave it at that.
I bet you do know. I ain't gonna win them.
Yeah, Germantown, G Town, a lot of uptown. You know,
Mhm.
uptown women are something else. I would say
Gotcha.
definitely be my favorite. Um, yeah, Vivian Green. Who else? I like Gordon. He's he had this song. It was real dope. It kind of gave you a good like Luther vibe, but like modern. I actually had played it before uh on one of my videos, the uploads of are women intimidated by strong men. It was actually a video request. Um, so that was a dope song. Who else?
Mm.
I like The Weeknd. Um, basically listened to him for years before he really even was like, you know, discovered. Drake, but Drake's kind of like a fusion in between, hip hop and well, more I would say like more so like rap and R&B. Um, yeah, so it's quite a few artists. I like Gretchen Parletto as far as jazz. I like Esperanza Spalding. Um, as far as like, I don't even know what you would call her, what genre it is. It's kind of like rock, but it's not rock. I like Leaky Leak. I like Florence and the Machine. Um, it varies. It's, I've
Okay,
definitely
nothing wrong
a
with
music
that.
lover.
Oh yeah. You into me? I into music like myself.
Hmm.
I'm so like traditional, but I do like. I'm gonna tell you. I
Hmm.
know people tell me and say, "Hey, what you like?" I said, "I like classic rock. I like classic rock. I
Hmm.
like orchestration.
Hmm.
I do. I like
Oh
orchestration.
yeah.
Write lyrics and stuff. I
Hmm.
do." They say, "Yeah." I say, "Yeah." I
Hmm.
like long version playing.
Hmm.
I do. I like jamming. I don't like no. Don't give me no 3 or 4 minutes and then you stop. No.
Hmm.
I like 7, 8 minutes. I want to know how far you can take it. I want to know. I
Oh,
want to know.
it. There was a guy had a song. I think he called the ballad. I forgot what was his name. Why are these names not registering? The love ballad. I forgot, but he was singing for 7 minutes straight. Him and Lonnie Williams. You remember Lonnie Williams?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like orchestration. I love instrumental. I do.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
It's like it take me to a certain place. Like wow,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
I was
you are right about that. Because I really like I'm an attention to detail type of person, so I can somehow like really just catch every instrument that's being played and how it's formed together. It's
yeah.
kind of like it's like art. Like, okay, you look at it and you look at, okay, why was this color fused together with this color? Why was it stroked this way? Like, it's kind of like it's interesting.
It's
Music and
like
art are
fuse.
really
It's like
different.
fusing. Like you
Hmm.
fusing foods. It's like you fuse different genre of
Hmm.
instruments of the sound and stuff like that. Now
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you this though. There is that what his name? Phil. His last name is Hubbard, but he's a jazz great.
Okay.
He did a song, Nostrand and Fulton. There is there is a street named Nostrand and Fulton in
Mm.
uh in Brooklyn named Nostrand and Fulton.
Okay.
That is 7 minutes. I think 7 minutes and 16 seconds, something like that. You
Wow.
need to check that out.
Yeah.
Oh my
You gotta send me that link, bro.
God,
Like I'm
62.
all I'm
This
I
this
like
was six.
I'm
This was
very
he made that 62. Oh my! I'm saying he went on to be one of the jazz greats, and to me, to this day, he don't get the credit. As a matter of fact, he lived in Brooklyn for a long time too,
mm-hmm.
but he don't get the credit. He don't get the credit he deserved. But listen to Nostrum and Fulton, and there's another song that he did back in 1970. When I find out, I'll let you know offline. But no,
Mm-hmm.
listen to Nostrum and Fulton. Oh my
Okay.
woo! You hear the blame. This back is 62, y'all. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's the guy's name? Is it Gil? Why is it? Why I just had it? Why am I not connecting the names? It's back in the 70s. What the hell's his name?
So what you about?
Uh, it was summertime or cold winter. He had Gil Scott. Was it Gil Scott Hearn? Right?
Summertime?
I think he had a song called Summertime. Dad, why is it not connecting?
Is it Slide the Family Stone?
No, no,
Freddie
no, no.
Hubbard. There you go. Thank you, Absalom. That's the name.
What do you say?
No, the song I was talking, Freddie Hubbard. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Freddie Hubbard, right.
Yes.
Look him up. Oh man, he don't get the credit, y'all.
Mm.
A matter of fact, on my underrated music talk, I'm gonna do a story about Freddie Hubbard.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit y'all with that song if I don't forget. Freddie Hubbard, yeah, No Short and Fulton. I was like, one of the one, yeah, man. But
I'm gonna check that out.
What you were saying? What guy you talking about?
Gil was it Gil Scott Hearn? I mean, make sure I'm not I don't want to chop someone's name up. I want to make sure someone's getting.
Summertime. Yeah,
Yeah,
to one.
Gil Scott. Yeah, Gil Scott Hearn. He was actually a musician and poet. That's why I like Saul Williams.
Oh yeah, Gil Scott Hearn. Yeah. That's the one that said it will not be televised. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's one of
Gil
my
Scott Hearn.
favorite
He the
artists.
one who made the bottle too.
Yeah.
Let me see. The World of Hatred.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I like Sufjan Stevens. That's another artist. It's like actually it's like kind of like a mixed genre because it's a bit of rock. It's a bit of it has some Christian undertones. It has a lot of things going on at once. So and that's the thing I like. Because it allows you to see how their mind is processed and how it's how it processes things and how it puts things together, and you get really a good sum total of that musician or that artist's influences. Like look at Michael Jackson, look at Prince. Like I forgot to mention him. I was a big Mike head. Obviously, I mean you've seen the thumbnails. Yeah, Mike was that guy to me.
Oh yeah, and also too. Oh man, I lost my thought. When it come back to me, it's like this too. But yeah, I'm into jazz, like reggae, and also that's what I'm saying. And even back, I'm not talking about the first British invasion of the
Mm-hmm.
Beatles. I'm talking about the second. It was two British invasions. It was one in '62.
Explain
I
that
believe one in '64, '65.
one. All right. You mind
Now,
elaborating a little bit of that, like as far as the invasions and stuff like that? Because you said you're into classic rock. Like what classic rock artists and like as far as because you would know the history of
Zeppelin, yeah, Zeppelin,
mm-hmm.
Purple Haze,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, I got a lot. Alice Cooper,
I heard of Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper, the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
They was a rock band, but they had some songs on R&B and pop, but they was
Mm-hmm.
a rock group. Um, oh man, is it Pink? They made this on the yellow, another brick of the wall. But they made a lot of hits back in the '60s. But they made the song I'm just talking about. They made that in '79, and that was a big hit. That was a political song.
Okay.
Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can go on and on, bro. But I
Mm-hmm.
when I think of something, I'll let you know.
Indeed,
But
indeed.
see. Let me get back to the second British invasion when they came in 64, 65. That's when the second. That's when the animals came in. Not Eric Burton. They said, "Who's Eric Burton?" Eric Burton helped. Everybody thought that he create war.
Mm-hmm.
That is not true. He just was part of it.
Hmm.
Like Spill That Wine, that was War first LP. It was not 72, it was 70.
Hmm.
But after war, after Burton, he like because Eric Burton, he was with the animal, he formed the animals.
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
Now the groups was back then, the rock bands, they were saying a lot of blues songs like 30, 40 years before that.
Hmm.
And those are became hits. Everybody thought like so when they took play Boo Diddley and stuff like that, yeah, they was playing blues stuff. They were playing blues songs like 30, 40 years even before that. And
Okay.
so um and this was going on. So
Absolutely. Oh, another band that popped up in my head, the Sex Pistols.
what?
The Sex Pistols. You ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Navala.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
said, and also, you said Nirvana, right?
Yeah, Navala, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how I was actually in junior high when that song came, Teen Spirit. I love that song. That was just dope. The visuals, the artwork, everything like
Yeah.
that.
David Bowie,
Yes. The Police.
the police, yeah. Police
Hmm.
was there. Yeah, the police. Genesis. Now people say what Genesis was out ever since '69. Phil Collins was not the lead singer. The lead singer was his name, Peter Gabriel.
Yeah. I remember Peter Gabriel.
Peter Gabriel was a lead singer for a long time. Then he left. They could believe in '76, '77, start having a solo career. His solo career was okay.
Hmm.
I like the LP. I forgot the name of the LP. But he was I forgot the name of it. But I like the LP, But those times they was talking about our people too,
Hmm.
the injustices of that and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
even the police, the group police was there too. There was talking about the injustice. That's what I always identified. Some rock. Now there's some rock. They talk about some some dissy.
Hmm.
Yeah. Nah, I
Yeah.
ain't fooling with you. Yeah, nah, yeah.
Yeah. Some
You,
stuff.
if I see you in the street, I gotta see you.
Yeah. I hear you.
I gotta see you. You talking? Yeah, I gotta see you. But most of the time, they was like saying stuff like, "Oh, they don't know. Oh, let's listen. Oh, shoot, they know what to. Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's a group. I forgot the name of this group. This group been out. I would not say they're legend,
Hmm.
but they made some hits, but it wasn't noticed. But they always talking about our people,
Hmm.
the right that we need to be exist. I forgot the name of that group, but anyway, yeah. But I'm into stuff like that. I'm into reggae.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I like some classical music. I do some soft stuff like that. Now I'm gonna tell you, as a hard person, people be sleep on Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. Frank Sinatra's one of my favorites too. Rat Pack.
Frank, yo, don't sleep, y'all. Frank
Hmm.
Sinatra hard, yo.
Yeah.
Frank
I like.
Frank wasn't playing, and a lot of people don't know. Back in the '60s and mid '60s, you know who was his conductor was
No.
Quincy Jones.
Oh wow. Good old
And then
Quincy.
in the 50s, you know who else was his conductor?
Who was that?
Kyle Basin.
Oh, yeah, he was
Oh
bad.
yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, Blue Eyes love our music. That's why he had. Then he was one of the first. I'm gonna tell you, he was the first white act that at that time, like in the 50s, they was not taking black artists in the hotels
Yep.
in Vegas. He broke that. No, they can,
Mm.
why they got to be on the other side? Oh, he for and you know where he originally from, right?
He's from North Jersey, though, right?
Yeah, I think he's from Hoboken. I think.
Oh yeah.
So Frank Sinatra came with hard, yo.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra, I know people say, oh, you caping. Yo, I'm not caping. Yo, do you, I told me, follow me. Do your history, follow me.
Hmm.
I'll drop hits. Yo, I drop jewels on it. Frank Sinatra opened a lot of doors.
Absolutely.
But there is a song. I know he didn't write it. It's in circles. It's in the LP circles.
Hmm.
And I want you to listen to it. It's named Wandering.
Wandering. Okay.
You got to hear this back in 68, named
Hmm.
Wandering. And
Absolutely.
I'm just saying that it's going
One.
to make it, huh?
No, I was gonna say like it was one song. I'm gonna check out the Wandering. One song that really popped out to me really was like that had me gravitate to him. Uh, was I Did It My Way.
Yeah. That,
That.
that that's one of the hits. Yeah, that's one of the hits. I think he made that they back in the late 50s, something like that. But Wandering in
Mm.
68, I'm just letting you know, bro.
Hmm.
When you hear that, I'm talking about as a people, but especially not gonna say especially as a black man, but black one. If you hear that and it's talking about the condition, it's like whoever wrote that. I'm not saying I'm making it. I'm talking about for me.
Hmm.
Whoever wrote that, they have to know the injustice of our people.
Hmm.
When you hear that, it chokes you up, man.
Absolutely.
Even like sometimes I think about it like that. I'm talking about the melody
Hmm.
and the way he's saying it.
Hmm.
You shake your head like I see if see. I wish that I would have a stereo set if I would have had the Wanderer because you play on YouTube, you get a strike. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I
I
know.
wish I would have had a song like that. I would have played right now, and I had to actually cut off the camera.
Hmm.
Yo, I'm telling people, listen to that song "Wandering" by Frank Sinatra. It will pop up.
Hmm.
It's short, but you be shaking your head like
Hmm.
it makes you think.
Hmm.
And it brings back the perspective of continued injustice as the people that we dealing with.
Hmm.
It talks about injustice, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But when you hear him saying that, I'm just saying you hear the conviction. I'm telling you, like
Hmm.
it's like what he was saying, like you get you want to get from a certain place,
Hmm.
but you have to come back.
Hmm.
And the people you gotta listen to it. When you listen to it, you get it.
Hmm.
But it's that song that it makes you think. It makes you think that wow. Yeah, Blue Eyes was no joke though. Blue Eyes opened a lot of doors.
Yes.
He opened a lot of doors for us as a people. And he stand up for our people. I ain't talking about no civil rights. Oh no. Blue Eyes,
Hmm.
he was taking that band, playing different parts of the world. Let me tell you this. They even were playing in prison yards.
Wow.
They said, "No, you can't. You want? Yes, I can. I want to play prison yards. Save for them everything. Make sure they dressed up and everything. Yeah, Blue Eyes was ahead of his time, y'all. Blue Eyes, the late great Frank Sinatra. Yes, play in prison yards
Wow.
in the 60s. His composer, Quincy Jones. Yeah, Blue Eyes.
That's definitely trend setting because I've like I like because you see like artists there's certain artists that do that now, but it's far few in between. But you know, he did that back then. You know.
That's hard. And also the late great Marvin Gaye.
Mm.
Marvin Gaye thought we know he one of the best songwriters ever. But do you know of that movie Trouble Man came out in 72? He did the soundtrack to that.
No.
Yeah, hot.
Wow.
Don't get the credit it deserve either. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Marvin Gaye was an excellent composer too. A lot of people don't know when Motown first started, he played the keyboard, the bass, guitar, drums, and all that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he like some of them songs, he played keyboard and all that. Marvin Gaye
Mm-hmm.
was multi-talented.
Absolutely. Well, another guy I think that didn't give his credit is Ike Turner, as far as the composer
Oh
goes.
yeah, he the one
With his career.
he the one coin rock and roll.
Oh yeah, rock and roll, and it's funny because he created the original Beyonce. You know, it's who Beyonce basically patterned herself after was Tina Turner.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then certain things was going on in the movie, they said it was a lie.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a lie. It was twisted. Um, their relationship, you know, as far as like, yeah, there were some tussles, but
Yeah.
you know, she was definitely one that was initiating. She was putting hands, you know, and half the time he's really like not like a tall statured guy, he's a tiny guy. But what he was doing, he was in, you know, he was involved in a lot of uh I would say dark magic.
Mm.
So is a way that he had some type of I would say hold
Power on
on.
her.
Mhm.
Yeah, on her, yeah.
Not to get into his, you know, not to get into that jacket.
Now, yeah, we gonna skip that and everything. But we just talking about music and stuff. We go, oh yeah, are you ready to take questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, people, you could drop questions in the chat right now. You could drop questions in the chat right now. And I'm looking, we're gonna keep on talking about we can get that is there anything that you wanna mention before I start asking some more questions?
Oh no, not at all. Just
Well, okay, well we can stick now. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite dish?
well, I mean, I'm Caribbean, so you know, definitely, you know, Barbadian food, uh, Jamaican food, pretty much. I got into Italian based on, you know, the neighborhood living, so it's like that's part of it. You know, authentic, you know, Italian cuisine. Um, and I like Mediterranean food, like Greek stuff like that.
I don't know about that. It depends, man.
You don't like Greek food.
It depends. It depends what it is, though.
Bronzino fish is pretty good. You get bronzino
I can't
fish.
eat fish. I'm allergic to seafood.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that. Damn,
Ain't no damn. It's good for me.
it's good for you. You don't like it. I can dig it. I can dig
It been like this since I'm allergic to bananas too. It been like this ever since I was 8.
it.
So
Yeah,
you'll be
I'm
speaking.
allergic
Yeah.
to bananas. That's yeah. I learned that. Yeah, I'm allergic to bananas.
So
Um,
do you cook?
yes, that's one of my favorite hobbies. It's cooking.
If you have, so I'm saying like this now. If you have a nice honey, that you
Hmm.
meet, she good together, spiritual, and all like that. You mean
Uh
what dish you make for her? You have like brother Ice Turner Senior.
huh. Well, I mean, it all depends. I mean, that's one of the things. Like, you know, when when you get to know, you know,
Mm-hmm.
who she is and her interests and likes, and you know, another thing know, able to extract from her is, you know, what type of food does she like, what she's allergic to, things like that. So it gives me an
Right,
idea. So,
exactly. So let's ask this question: When you cook that food,
mhm.
she spend the night, right?
Oh yeah, she's gonna end up doing that. You know,
Okay.
they end up because it's just because of the ambiance. Because it's like when you really you come by, you
Right.
know, as far as like it's just the setting the mood. You know, it's not something that, you know, people say it's a performance thing and all that stuff. Like, it's not really that. It's just you're really
Yeah.
inviting a person into your life, into your way. Like, you know, if she
Right.
wasn't there, I'm going to have some soft music playing in the background. I'm going to basically have, you know, I'm going to have my incense and my candles and everything. It's going to be a good smelling, clean
Yeah,
place.
yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. See, brother, people. I'm gonna tell you, I like to. I was like the same way you
Uh,
find out where it is, but I make sure, like, if she spend the night,
mm,
go take your little shower, throw on something nice.
mm,
I plan the food and everything. Cause to me, presentation is very important,
absolutely.
and then presentation is very important, and so make sure the presentation is right, and make sure talk to her and everything,
Hmm.
like that. Have a little dessert. I mean, you can make them some dessert.
Yeah,
Oh
or they could be the dessert.
yeah, yeah. Right. Oh, you could put on them. They could be both. You got both ways.
Oh yeah,
Oh, well, no. Ooh, do something to me, baby. I said, yeah. We're gonna say that for like.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, what you trying to say? You trying to say I'm more you? I said, yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to do. I'm trying to see what's up. Yeah, all right. I got to call my girl.
Hmm.
Hey, I find myself a man.
Hmm.
And they said, well, you go get you, good one. You talking, well, we going to the room? You need to get the dessert. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, after that, y'all know what time it is. Close the door, Kirk close. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's how I go. That's how real men get that. That's how real men get that. Yeah,
Mm,
but that is a missing conversation. That's all about courting, though. That we
mm,
need to bring that back, man. You'd be surprised. I'm telling you, women.
yeah,
When men do that, that's part of our masculinity.
absolutely.
That some of y'all fail to understand. It's not weak.
No, not at
You
all.
know.
It's
Yeah,
part of.
bedtime. Hey, listen. I don't want to talk. And let me say, brother, I want to ask you a question
Uh,
because I want to talk about that. But come on, people, y'all can get your questions now. Put the questions out there and everything. Now, bro, let me ask you a question.
mm,
You know, go man or woman. If a woman come over
mm,
like 9:30,
yeah.
is he talking about talking?
No, I say anything after 8:30.
At 8:30,
Yeah,
I would say 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Yeah. All
For me, I said
right.
me 8 o'clock.
All right.
Ain't no
All right.
talking. What you talk for? What? I don't want to talk. Well, nah. We can talk on the phone. I don't know because, but this is the thing that we gotta have conversations about.
Mm,
You people, you gotta no. You putting yourself in the vulnerable situation.
yeah.
You got to think about stuff like that. And then they say,
It's it's really no different from like how like if I go out to eat a
mhm,
restaurant, like I have it set in mind to tip you X amount of dollars. It's kind of like up to you if you can kind of keep that there. So it's just like if a woman is basically coming to your place or if she's inviting you to her place, you
mhm.
know, you're going to have sex. That's the objective, right? Um, it's kind of like up to you if you can kind of maintain that, you know, expectation, that momentum of the expectation. If it makes any sense.
Well, let me read this crap by D Rose and we're gonna continue. She said, I think if a man wants a woman to be outlandish, give me everything you got first, not just a meal. I want the whole 9 yards to smell good, to look
Yeah,
good, all that. Need everything. Yeah, that's what I'm
absolutely,
talking about. But see, this was what I'm saying. Be a grown up about it.
absolutely.
So don't stop playing these riddles. Oh, I don't want it. Man, say, I don't know. No. If a woman come tell you to come at 11 o'clock
Mm-hmm,
and she got her negligee on,
mm-hmm,
You know what time it is. And some of your women better understand this too. Oh, but a man gotta come. No, I'm just saying, be a grown up about it.
Absolutely.
Gotta be grown. We gotta stop playing these games that like that. Listen, you could talk to me early.
Absolutely.
You
And that's
know
it.
what I mean?
And, and, and a part of that is really, when you invite, it's like you gotta understand that, women are looking to discover a new feeling. It's kind of like a cat in the yarn. It's like they want to, chase after new feeling to escape from an old
Yeah,
one. You
yeah,
don't know what type of day they really had.
yeah,
You don't know what
yeah.
type of day stress they had at work. So it's like when they
Right,
come to see you, is they
right.
want to escape from that, or they escape from whatever is going on, and then basically be into your world and be encompassed. So it's everything smelling good,
Yeah.
looking clean, having a clean place, having good a good meal, some good music. I think another thing I want to stress on, as far as even with certain items in your place, like art helps, colors help. You
It
know,
does, right.
you know,
Exactly.
it's about a theme. You know,
Right, exactly. You gotta be. Let me read this. She said, my fear, not fair for you. All guys are not there. We can talk to y'all. Might want just to hold the hell and want to smell how good you smell. Don't mean we want to sleep with you. Yeah, we get it.
um, to a certain extent,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where they would like. That's kind of like a line they would like to draw. But if they become too enamored with it, then that's just going to lead to it, because you understand, women evaluate everything with a sexual component. If you read the conversations, if you look at the kind of questions that are being opposed to you, to see how you know respond or react to it. You know,
Hmm.
and this young lady, well, she's a little bit older than me. She had told me, she said, as far as guys and women are no different in regards to that, in regards to those, urges or whatever like that. Because either we think about it more than you, and we want it more than you, and we kind of weigh it out. And I'm even thinking about certain. She basically said I was even thinking about certain things about you while you were talking to me. That's why I gave you that look. I was like, okay, I understand.
Let me see. She said, I'm not going to have that at all. I'm going to have my regular clothes. I'm going to be a lady, but I can come out. Might want just to see if you got somebody else that you entertain it at all.
Let me read the question. Let me read what said. Let me see.
Yeah, you go read it, and then,
Okay, am I going to have all that? I'm going to have on my regular clothes. I'm going to be a lady, but I can come. Yeah, I want to just see if you have someone else entertain at all time of the night. Okay, so you're talking about as far as if there's another woman, if there is some type of competition. I mean, competition is good. Yeah, I mean, it's healthy
yeah,
competition.
conversation is good, but this is the thing that again we gotta be growing up about it. Sometimes, like, and even like sometimes us as men, right?
Need to
We
be
could
honest about
probably
that.
come over like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, right?
Yeah,
Just want to talk. Yeah, so we talk a few hours and go, right? And
yeah,
sometimes the chemistry could really happen
okay,
and it goes down.
yeah. For me, although, like, you understand how women do things in subtlety, guys a little bit more explicit, just in you know their interpretation. And
Hmm.
that's why they kind of like, there's signals get crossed with
Yeah.
women, because it's like, they're looking for the explicit, and women are being subtle about it. As far as, if she's saying like, hey, I'm gonna stop by at 4 o'clock in the morning, I think this is where you should be explicit and be upfront about certain things. Okay, if you're stopping by at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're not really just coming
There's
by
no
just to talk.
talking, right? That's what I'm saying. Even let us get even down because this is the thing that it's very important. Like I tell men all the time, it goes for women too. But I tell men, if you're going to see that lady, right, the last talk you should talk about is sex, because you got to make sure that your sexual appetite is high.
Mm,
To keep it going. If hers low, that's gonna be a problem. Just like vice versa. If
uh,
hers high, your low, that's gonna be cause a problem. And
mm,
then and people, and this is the thing that people fail to understand this,
mm,
and that's why, like they want to have the cake eat it too. If
mm,
you in a relationship,
yeah,
sex is involved.
absolutely.
You cannot say like I just want to have intimacy. You just cause I don't feel like doing it and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. You gotta ask questions. You gotta ask questions in communication. You have to ask questions.
Yeah,
You know, it
absolutely.
doesn't. If a person is a very affectionate person, that means they into the intimacy. They want to have sex.
Mm,
It goes for man or woman.
mm,
And we got to be straightforward. You probably want to go out, or you
mm,
probably want to eat in.
mm.
I want to take a walk in the park. You gotta have these. You gotta have these.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have these conversations. You gotta have it. Questions, please. Questions, please. Questions, please. Put it in the chat. Put
Mm,
it in the chat.
mm.
Now, politics, brother.
Okay.
What you think about politics?
Uh, yeah, I just think it's no different from WWE. There's I would say in public, in front of the camera, in front of
Mm-hmm.
the people and stuff like that, eh, there's a false enmity, but behind the scenes, they're buddies. They go into each other's bar mitzvahs and weddings and so forth, and it's just a lot of it's politics is like it's like Hollywood for ugly people. It's really no different. Um, Now, as far as like a certain stance, I'm a little bit. I'm going actually. I can't say I'm a little bit. I'm an independent conservative. You know, based on you know, I'm looking at the principle
Uh,
of whoever is running. I'm looking at the principles of where they stand. If it aligns, with my ideas of how I see things should be, either local or national.
yeah. Oh, that's all right. So you don't have no dog of any of them parties.
Yeah, yeah. I've noticed over the years how one really looks no different from the other. That's where you have rhinos. I like the platform and the principle, but the people that were involved were I would say far removed from those principles. They don't really stand on that, and I can't really respect anything and really mainly anyone that can say certain things or say I could take this place but don't really stand on the principles of that. you know that's really a part of being an adult or being a man is you know in my mind.
Got you, got you, got you. All right, now we're gonna get back to questions, please, y'all. Questions, please. We're gonna get back to the sounds of Philadelphia. What's the sounds of Philadelphia remind you about?
It reminds me of well, the hope. It actually reminds me of the hope of liberty, the hope of togetherness, the hope of you know us becoming who we are. If that makes any sense, like
Yeah, yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. I think the sounds feel. I could go. See, I can go on for hours and hours what it meant to me, but I think that the sounds of filter means to me that us as black people, the same things that you want to happen for your people, that's what we want to. The environment clean, you know, have a shot to be live what's right, to do what's right, you know.
Absolutely.
And so it's the hope for us as a it is universal, yes, it is universal, but for us as a people, it's this the fight, And they
Mm.
did talk about women issues. They talk about men's issues. But also they talk about family. They talking about how these guys be driving other guys.
Yep.
You know, so like, but also it doesn't really just cover just just our people, but it's talking about human family.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing that they fail to understand about genre. That when people copy our genre music, we talk about our people, but also we talk about human families.
Mm-hmm.
The human spirit that is very important.
Mm-hmm.
It's crap body, bro. She said they study by giving off singles like they want to get to know you. My thing is if you say that you've been hurting, you don't want to hurt you don't want to hurt no one. Don't give me no signals. It's like you want to get to know get to know me.
Okay. They study by giving off signals like we want to get to know you. My thing is, if you say you've been hurting, you don't want to hurt no one. Don't give me a signal like it's what you want. Okay. Well, you gotta understand, these two dynamics. And I think I've said that in the channel before. I said, guys will do anything for a good time, and women will do anything for their survival.
Yeah,
That's where the signals kind of get you know confused. So going back to being explicit, and then being subtle about their survival, and us being you know we should be more actually we've been subtle about our good time instead of being explicit. you know it's more so just
yeah,
being honest about what what this situation entails for you. Like, I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily have to even be, even sexual, whatever case. Like, if you like a girl, it's not a bad thing if you let her know that you like her and what you like about her.
yeah. It's true.
You know, and however she receives it, that is her responsibility. I've had women that received it with open arms. I've had women kind of received it immaturely, and and that was the last time we had a conversation. Okay, that ain't for you then. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really that simple. I think guys just don't know how to be guys in that capacity because they weren't really trained how to be guys.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and eyes love to talk. She said, being straightforward about what you want of this relationship and not telling me you love me just because you want to have sex. Yeah,
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 yeah, and be even when, like, say for example, the lady that I don't want it. If I don't want a relationship with her, I'm gonna tell her I don't want a relationship with her. I'm gonna tell her if I want to just have sex with her, I'm going to elaborate a little bit of what I would like to do with her sexually. If
right.
anything, that's I'm not just saying, oh, I'm just going to do this. Like, no, no, no. If I elaborate a little bit on what I would like to do, what I would like her to do, maybe that would pique her interest.
Right. And at
That's
the
what she
same
likes.
time, sometimes things could change.
Hmm.
Like for instance, it was like a while, years ago, right? It was this young lady. This when I first moved in this apartment.
Hmm.
I knew her for a while because my older brother introduced me. This is why I was living with my brother
Hmm.
my older brother at the time, so he introduced me to her and everything. And she came over. I didn't cook.
Hmm.
I just had some food wait for her and everything. And but she was like on the phone, talk some nice stuff. I said, "Yeah,
Hmm.
really? You can do that? Come over and find out." And so what happened was, I know she was frigid,
Hmm.
and this is talking about the 12. So I
Hmm.
said, "You know what? She said, "Well, I could, if you want to, I could sleep. I could, you could sleep." You know, I'm not sleeping in my mom. I said that like I said, I'm not sleeping on no couch. My
Yeah.
house, my rules. What do you mean? No, 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 no. I said no. It's time for you to go because she was playing games.
Mm.
Go in there, hug me, kiss me, touching me. It's an appropriate place that you know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's
So
time for
I'm
you
like, okay,
to
you
go
know,
at that point.
let's go. You know what I mean? No,
Yeah,
you can't do that. You know?
yeah.
No, you trying to see? It's time for you to go. But we gotta get to know each other. No, 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 no. You gotta go.
Mm.
No. Mm-mm. That's what I'm saying. It's very important. Be straight up.
Yeah, that's manliness right there.
And I love to talk. She said when they talk more sexually to you, that's telling you they just want sex from you, no more, no less.
Yeah, in some cases.
In
Um,
some cases, right?
I'm gonna break it down in two parts. You can actually um you can actually talk about sex without talking about sex. Is words though, just in the undertone of your conversation. You could just be talking about um dessert and the undertone of it. Is arousing. Remember I said before, like women evaluate everything with the sexual component. So that's on one aspect. And I challenged myself one time. It was a young lady that I had over to kick it when she was saying, it seemed like you only want sex from me. And I just respond to that with, yeah. It was a kind of like experiment for me. It was just more so like, okay, yeah, because that's where I was really at. Like I don't want to dance around things. Like, okay, let's see where this goes. That's how I challenge myself. See where this goes. You know, that's what I want. Nothing more, nothing less. And then
So
it
yeah.
created something new.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Uh huh.
Do you think in our people, do you think in the relationships we take for granted for little things?
Absolutely. You don't know what you have. Is that song? You don't know what you have till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it's gone. The little things. There are certain relationships that I've had with young ladies. There's certain things in that relationship I'm never going to get again.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get that, no, you're never going to get that again. It's a particular. Um, you know, but you take it for granted because you're looking at the bad in the situation. Sometimes the bad didn't outweigh the good, or sometimes it might have just broke even, or sometimes it might have been a little bit more extreme, but that extreme could have been brought down with if you were patient. So people kind of throw away stuff too early, or they hold on to things too soon, so they don't really know what the balance. There's been women in my life where I've had around longer than what I should have had, and there's women that I've had in my life um, shorter than what I should have had. You know what I mean? Or shorter than they should have been around a lot longer. Just kind of see things through, but due to my immaturity at the time, and see how I'm holding myself accountable, my immaturity at the time, my selfishness, and
Uh-huh.
just I don't know, just other things, in my face that I'm entertaining. I just brushed it off. So it's a lot of good in between, with this good, bad, and in between, good, bad, and ugly. You know, don't know what that is, but you know, it doesn't look good or feel good, but we can work with it.
That's correct. Yeah, that's true.
hmm
All right. Questions, please. Question, please. I'm still waiting. We ain't go stay that long here.
Mhm.
Question, please. Now, why is so important to show young boys what masculinity never was meant to be?
Why is it important for it to be um to be shown? Uh, the reason why it's important that it be shown, because that whole saying, each one teach one, right? Because what you do is that you can lessen the effect of the negative stuff that takes place, the things that what you basically hear right now, what these guys complain about. If there were more men, that would stand up, you know, a lot of this activity wouldn't be taking place. You wouldn't have to swallow a pill or anything like that. You know, if you were basically taught how to stand in order to be a stand-up man, you wouldn't have these type of reactions,
Mm-hmm.
to
Right.
your personhood. And then it's important because it helps men to really see themselves and to really see their own insecurities. It's just like fear. Insecurity isn't absent from you as well. You can have high self-esteem and high confidence and still have insecurities. It's just you basically recognizing what makes you insecure and recognizing your own weaknesses, you know and then learning how to build from that, learning how to improve those areas, develop those areas, so whereas you're not insecure. Because the thing is, what the problem is, the reason why guys are not really trained is they say these women are evil, like they're not really trained either. So the reason why you have things going amok, because guys are not really taught how to teach women how to deal with them.
Mm. All right. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Again, welcome to my channel, the underrated W. Y'all truly number one grinder. We got here the one and only brother Ice Turner Senior,
Yes, indeed.
chopping it up with him. Got some great questions about myself.
Hmm.
And like I said, we're looking for questions. We're looking for questions. If there's no questions ain't happening, we're gonna close it out. If there's any questions that you want to ask about me, bro?
What's your favorite kind of food?
Mm, Probably soul food,
Okay.
but it varies. But I say soul food.
Okay. I see it from your picture. I don't have to ask you. I see that you burn yourself though. You definitely get behind the stove and the grill.
Yeah, yeah, that's like that.
Mm,
Yeah, I do my thing.
I hear that. Now, what does cooking do for you, in a sense?
Cooking do to me it's like it brings the calmness.
Okay.
I tap into my creativity.
Okay.
It's an art for me. When you fuse different stuff, and that's how I take.
Okay. Okay.
It's like what I want. And also I put myself in the if I make believe that a woman come to see me and taste it, how I'm gonna impress her.
Absolutely.
So yeah, cooking is an art for me. I take that very serious.
Okay. It's definitely something I can relate to. It's for me. Cooking is therapy, though.
Yeah,
Cooking.
so it's a thing. It's a thing. Is if you have it that time, that's when you cook. If you don't have it, don't do it.
Mm,
If I don't come from the cart, don't do it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay. I think you asked me a question about. Do you ask me a question? What kind of woman are you looking for?
What kind of woman? I'm not really looking at all. It's just a matter of what you just come across.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, it's just like this. I just want a woman that's. She be smart and intelligent. All that is good and everything, but I just want a woman that instead of like how some people we fight for each other. No,
Yeah.
I'll fight for me. Fight for us, yo.
Uh huh.
I want to know how bad you want us to happen.
Okay.
That's what I'm all about. If you're about us to make it work, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ask a lot. I really don't ask a lot. Just say you be with me. Don't have me, don't have me hanging on that I think things is gonna happen and kind of find out nothing ain't gonna happen. You see somebody else and you just push me on the side. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm the one for you, let me know. If not, you know what I'm saying? Let me make that decision.
Absolutely.
I don't no. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. I look. I also look at how a woman, her ability to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Just to men. Just what I have going on. Just what's moving and stuff like that. Because you know, um, it's a lot of moving parts in my life. I just want to see how she can really function with those things and just function with me in a conversation because it's like hustle and flow, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Let me read this crack by the what she says so that they don't have to ask a woman how to be a man.
What's that? I'm trying to make that out. Let me see.
She says,
Wait, you can say that again. So that they don't have to ask a woman how to be a man. Oh, she basically, I guess, what this is my educated guess. Am I saying she's Am I saying I got it? Um, uh, what she's saying like she a guy that shouldn't have to ask a woman. I'm a man, or you know what a man is. He's not trying to like look for some type of confirmation. That makes any sense?
"Yeah, it makes sense."
Yeah, he's not trying to look
Oh,
for a confirmation from a woman. And believe it or not, a man is not even looking for confirmation from another man if he's a man.
no,
He
not.
decides that himself, and people are either going to agree to it or disagree with it. And either or, it's not really even your responsibility. To be honest, even in your reaction, because it's like, okay, that's because at the end of the day, another man is really just going to get a projection of who you are based on what's going on inside of his mind and what's not going on inside of his mind. And a lot of people think that people are thinking about them when they're worried about if other people are thinking about them. That's like kind of like the dynamic of society. That's another conversation. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get 5 more minutes. If nobody don't ask no question, 5 minutes, I'm closing this up with the brother
Yes,
and
indeed.
everything. So, see, is that I love to talk. She agreed with you.
Okay.
She agrees with you, right? Yeah. That's a. I want you to go check out these channels, Craft by the Rose and Eyes Love to Talk, and also, brother. A week and a half ago, I did a chop up with Eyes Love to Talk too.
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Very good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 She's looking good too. Looking good. Looking
But the
good.
name, but the name is cold though.
Huh?
I just like just got the name. Like the eyes love to talk too. That's cold. And it's funny because in one of my videos, it was actually in the law of influence. It might have been the reloaded one. I said, "Can you see me in your heart?
Oh.
Can you see me in your thoughts?" Like I'm basically kind of giving you a flow of in conversation. Like, can you see my eyes in you? Can you see me in your heart? Like, you know what I mean? They say that the eyes let so see. That was
Oh.
back then. I dropped
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah. We got a question. She said one question. If you drink, what would you prefer, wine or liquor? And can you tell me the name of the drink? Good question.
Okay, good, good. I prefer wine. I like Pinot Grigio.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
If it's a red, Pinot Noir. Um, Now liquor, I like Mishka. and I like Hennessy
Oh,
and Hendrix gin. But with the Hendrix gin, I make a French 75. It's one of my favorite drinks to make, and I like champagne. I love champagne.
you got champagne? Get out of here. Me
Yeah.
too. You remember that soda, Goody Cola Champagne?
No, no, no.
Oh, that stuff tastes good.
Mm,
Cola Champagne. But I like champagne. I like pink champagne. I do like champagne, though.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Champagne
yeah, champagne's bomb. Yeah. It
gives me
sets the mood
southern
right.
vibes. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like this. So we go five. I said about 5 more. I said about 4 more minutes.
Uh huh.
Put your question in, and after that, if there's nothing happen, we will close it out as a family. Or if the brother had want to ask some more question about me, you feel free.
Absolutely. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Now you said you live in Virginia. How was that transition from like? I mean, that's completely different, like world. I would say different speed.
Yeah,
We
the
know how
transition.
quick New
Right.
York is.
Yeah, you're right. The transition part wasn't hard. It's to really get over the X. Oh, for underrated. Let me see. My question: if you say for underrated heels or sneakers, heels all day. I like women got heels. Sneakers is like appropriate, where I like women got heels. But see, when women wear some heels, her ankles got to be looking right. I don't want to see no Angelo flower ankles. I really don't.
He said, "Yeah, that Ash. I've seen that out and about, like where people didn't do that. You see, like where young ladies like would be out grabbing stuff, even if it's just going to like a hardware store or just anywhere in general. You see that it's just like they got flip flops on and they got ash in the back of their heels and front of
Yeah,
you like
man.
you
Like,
you didn't
yo, it's so
Johnson
hard
Johnson.
that it's so hard you can strike a match and smoke a cigar or something. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, man.
that's not fly at all.
That's not good. All right, my question: if you say that you want to date a woman, do you feel she should want? Let me read again. If you say just want to date a woman, do you feel that she should just want to date you, or do you think she should able to date however many people she wants to date?
It's a good question.
That was a good question. You take you go ahead and I follow you up.
Yeah, and in fact, I encourage you to do that because I'm going to do that, and for you to really see the difference. For you to really see the difference, it actually can help you more than hurt you. Like if you're really secure in yourself, that's not an issue. You know.
Okay. But I would say this though. If y'all start getting closer
Uh huh.
to be as one,
Mm,
you gotta make y'all two gotta make a decision right then and there. Are y'all gonna be together or not?
yeah, I agree with that. Totally agree.
Now, if one person is not willing, you keep on dating wherever you want.
Hmm.
But at the same time, if that person is not for them, you gotta let them know.
Yep.
You gotta let them. You cannot say like, oh yeah, I'm with you. You spend all that time with that person, right? And then all of a sudden, when you find somebody better, you just drop him or her. No, that's not right. No, you
Uh,
don't do stuff like that.
but that's done. That's done a lot in society.
Yeah. But yeah, man, yeah, like go. I love to talk. Yeah, heels. I love when we wear heels. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I think, especially like if she has a body. I mean, she has a body with some nice legs. Oh, that's a turn on me. I really do. Yes, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And she got to smell good too. No, 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 no. You wear all that stuff and you smell like a dirty Red Sea. No, that's not gonna work. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No,
One thing,
no.
one thing is also important to me. Um, you know, I would say like teeth. Teeth are important.
Mm-hmm.
Hands, what her hands look like. Her voice,
Yeah,
hair as well. Like,
yeah. Her presentation of conversation, that means a lot to me. Like the voice that you told. I like a woman. She had that feminine voice. The way she told the baby, "I got you." I like. She has to have eye contact.
important.
I have to know that you want to roll with me. I have to know because if you give me a certain look that you don't want to be with me, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna waste much time there.
Mm. And also look at the body movement too. That's very important.
Yeah, body language is everything. It kind of gives you an idea of what you're dealing with because it's like, it's basically you can tell what's really going on with themselves. It's just like even when like in the morning, I don't know if you've had someone over, or you've had someone, live with you at one point, but just seeing how a woman like does her makeup in the mirror, or basically like you see the conversations she's having with herself in the mirror. It's interesting. Whether she's confident or very unsure of herself in ways.
Yeah. Oh, eyes love to talk. She said the teeth and breath is number one. Agreed. I'm telling that yeah, it's true though because you can have donkey teeth and then you smell like a stank elephant. That's true on the breath. Yeah,
Absolutely.
you can have that. Yeah, and then sometimes it depends what you eat too. Sometimes you can brush your teeth. Sometimes it smell like going. So I'm saying like this, brothers or sisters, if you meet up with that person, buy they got some 99 little thing on mouthwash. Had travel that with you. Buy like 6 or 7 of them. So in case they buy some gum, in case that you meet up with that nice lady or your nice woman, you could you can spend it somewhere else. And two,
Mm.
that's gonna help a lot too.
Oh yeah, I'm very conscious of that, mainly because for me, I eat um where I eat food where like garlic and onions are involved, especially like raw onions.
Yeah,
I love garlic and onions, so with that, the consequences of it, it's gonna have an interesting, smell to it, odor. So I definitely, I'm conscious of, breath and hygiene and things of that nature. Very uh, much a stickler on that.
yeah. So I tell you, oh, see. Okay, brother. It seems like that nobody gonna put no more questions in.
Uh,
Um, um. Thank you so much to
yeah,
come and
thanks for
chop it
having me.
up. I really appreciate that. I really enjoy this.
Likewise.
Don't let it be the last time you come here and
You already
everything. I know the people had enjoyed the chop up too. They really enjoyed. They was engaging.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool and everything. And so I Oh, let me see. Let me read this. She said, I love to talk. She said, as I get older, every person I meet, they mouth hygiene is not the part of life. And I'm thinking like how we get older and forget about the most dedicated part of your body. So true. Cause I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you this. I'm gonna say the last thing, then I'm gonna finish it up. Sometimes I do my mind. I'm telling you, if my mouth like Carter, oh, whoa,
Yeah.
smell like sanitation truck. Up,
Yep.
time to clean you up now.
Yep.
Goggle, goggle, goggle.
Exactly.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But get back to you, brother. But thank you for
Hmm.
so much. We learned so much about you. And please go. Oh, whoa. I forgot to do. I gotta let me before we do anything, we're gonna share your
Much appreciated.
we're gonna share your thing out. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Hey
that.
man, thanks for having me over, man. It was definitely
Oh man, my
pleasure.
pleasure, man. My
Definitely.
pleasure. Always in you. Let me see this. Good. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate that.
Watch.
You take the time out.
I might have to have you on my channel, man. Probably just going there, just. I mean, I do when I do the live streams. It's really just kind of like it's really just like I'm talking like a super raw chop up. It's just it's just
Okay, yeah,
really
I'm happy. Okay, let me know.
indeed. It's just a matter of just like what I like to do is just like the uploads give you one thing, but the live streams kind of give you another. It's like more so. It's just like it's me having a conversation, with you know, my audience. Because at the end of the day, what I look at like, you know, I'm basically the spokesperson for them, if anything. And that's how I look at it. We just kind of like having a meeting.
Oh, thank you. I just love to talk. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that for the super chat. Oh man, should I do this shit? Okay. 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 Got it. Uh-huh. Uh, shit. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna tell. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about I love to talk. You good. You good. You good. Don't worry about it. Okay. Ice turns. Okay. Right. Hello? Okay. There go his channel in the chat. I want you to go. Please subscribe to the brother. Subscribe and participate. Again, eyes love to talk. Thank you for the super chat. That is greatly appreciated. I really appreciate that, brother. Any more you want to say before we close it out?
No. Other than blessings and peace to everyone. I wish you well. I wish your your manifestations come to pass. Your your desires come to pass. You have more
Mhm.
life, um, more love to share and give, and more happiness, more than you have
All
ever
right.
anticipated or desired. You know.
All right. Okay. And stay right there, brother. Don't go nowhere yet. I want to thank everybody that participate. Great questions you put out there, and like I said, the link is in the chat. His channel. Um. Also, I want you to go check out. It's in the channel. Parts 1 and 2. Please put some comments on both of them, please. Also, I did a morning chat. Sunday, Saturday morning, late Saturday morning. I want you to check that out. Please put comments on that. And I want to thank everybody in the chat. And again, eyes love to talk. Thank you so much for your support. Craft by the Rose and everybody else in the chat. And I appreciate that. Appreciate the compliment. And the last thing, anybody that is traveling to your destination or home, if you're single, or family members, or you with friends, or you with associates, or etc., please take the safety precaution, please, because the climate out there is real, and we don't want nothing to happen to y'all. Again, thank y'all so much. This is the ending of the chopper with my brother here, Ice Turner Senior. He said I'm gonna be his special guest soon on his channel. Please watch out for that.
Yes, indeed.
I've never been a special guest anyway all that much, so I feel like a superstar.
Indeed.
Yeah, I
You
appreciate
gonna
it.
like it. You gonna like it, man. It's gonna be lit. You know, it's just like
I like lit stuff. I can be spoiled now. Boy me. But thanks again. Thanks for coming to my chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
thanks for
you.
having me, my man.
Yeah, and so okay. Until next time, y'all. Stay blessed. Be ghosts. This is Ghost. Again, you and your family. Good morning. Stay blessed.
Indeed.